Coming to you live from sunny Clearwater, Florida, in the heart of Pinellas County, where the weather is the most beautiful thing you could ever possibly ask for. It's that time of Saturday, February 8th, 2025. It's Car Stereo Talks with your hosts, Dean and Fernando. Boom. Welcome to the show, boys and girls. And it's time to do that thing once again. We're back here in the Bay. Life couldn't be greater. I mean, it could, but yeah, then we wouldn't be doing this. So here we are, Saturday night. We have some Fanta in the plastic bottle.
Fanta. Fanta.
That's what I said, Fanta.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like, I have a really easy to understand vocabulary.
Fanta.
No, it's
Fanta. It's not Fanta.
It's Fanta.
No, it's like Fanta.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show, guys. We're here. We're going to do some stuff. We put together a cute little slideshow of random pics that we took this past weekend at Knowledge Fest in Las Vegas. We all came back with a little present. I came back not
sick?
feeling, was not sick. Did not feel well.
You were sick.
I was not sick. Can't be
make
sick.
Me sick.
I think it's probably the other way around. Either way, we had a great time. We were there with JVC Kenwood. We've been talking about it all week. It's everyone by now, I think, is pretty much up to date. The one question we get constantly on these new products that are coming out is when? When can we expect them? Now that we know there's a radio coming with a Toslink output, and everyone is so excited, when? And the answer is April, May. That's really what it is. So you're going to get the, if you just need the big floating screen, you're going to get the 1058.
Yes, sir.
Or a W1001 JVC. Or is that what it's going to be called? W? Is it a W? Z. Sorry, Z. I don't know. Z1001W.
Yeah.
There's a W in there somewhere. Anyways, you'll get the W. Will not have the Toslink. I know it's sad.
It's only on the Excellent.
On the Excellent.
That's it. So if you want Toslink, you have to get the Excellent.
I know. Buenos tardes, compadre.
Hey, Brad. We also have a present from
102 in Modesto. Wow. Oh, that was his fever. I thought that was the weather. I was gonna be Jesus. It got hot quick. Yeah.
That's crazy. Hopefully you feel better. Because
so it's French fries, man. So it's those Bobby French fries. That's what he was sending me pictures of.
Yeah.
So you guys were laughing at me because I was eating French fries at the. The only reason why I ordered French fries, when we went to Korean barbecue, because your guys, chicken nuggets and French fries. I'm like, okay, fine. I
didn't even see what you were eating.
So they thought it was funny. Oh, I know. I had the spicy chicken. Anyways,
I had a great time.
I ordered French fries because Brad was eating French fries, and I was like,
I want French fries.
I want French fries now.
Sounds good.
So
yeah,
French there it is.
Always good.
So as always, if hopefully you feel better.
Yep.
I mean, nothing is as bad as Mike, but we won't get into that. Yeah. So.
All right, let's go to the.
All right. So if you have questions, start getting them in now, and we will, of course, as soon as we get done with the slideshow, we'll start answering some of those questions. These questions are brought to you by the fine folks. Let's go audio control. All right, so these questions are going to be brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. If you're interested in an awesome product for you to play with, they have two brand new lines of amplifiers. We have the Altitude series as well as the Epic. I know. Ooh. Yes. We got some more Epic stuff coming out here shortly as well. We can't talk about it yet, but you could probably try to figure it out. One of the things we wanted to point out is this guy right here.
What is that one?
This is the PNW Spike Series Shallow Mount Subwoofer.
No, that's the Space.
This is the Space Series Shallow Mount Subwoofer.
It's out of this world, man.
It is out of this world. One of the cool there's several cool things, but one of the cool things that I really get excited about is this bag. Okay. Because I know what you're thinking. A bag? Wow, Dean, that's what gets you going? Yeah, it does. You know why? Because this bag that comes with the subwoofer is filled.
Oh my God, you scared me.
I know, with a bunch of cool things. For
no,
one,
like when you push it, I was like, oh, please don't drop it.
It's not going to fall So you have those threaded nutserts
Yep.
for screwing into wood, so you can take it in and out and it have a really solid mount. It comes in the bag. They also give you, obviously, some coarse screws if you're the guy that doesn't want to do that, and the machine screws that are designed to thread into these guys here. These all come in the box along with the grill, along with the rubber boot. It's all here, and there's a ton of them too. Like, geez, oh man. So that to me, it says a lot about how they want to make sure that you don't just simply pop some drywall screws in there and call it a day. They give you all your mounting hardware. It's really nice. All you have to do is screw the things in. Okay.
All right. So one of the things that I like about this subwoofer is the basket. If you go closer, like here you go.
Oh, because it's so shiny.
Because it looks like a space.
Yeah, it's got a twinkle to it. So it's got that bass boat action going on, which is really cool.
Yes.
So it's got a flake to the paint.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very nice. And of course, you can mount it super shallow because it doesn't have a hole here in the bottom. It's not a vented pole piece out of the bottom. It's out of the sides. So anyways, audiocontrol.com is a place to go to find these cool subwoofers. Now, if you're like one of those people like myself that, well, you're kind of over like cutting wood and stuff, like you can buy it preloaded in a box. And the boxes are just as exciting, and they come with everything too. So definitely check them out. audiocontrol.com. Let's get on to the slideshow if you don't mind.
All right. I'm just waiting for you, man.
Okay, you're waiting for me? All right, here we go. I'm going to pull that one up. No, that one. Pull that one up. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn this off for now. And, of course, what we're looking at here is the booth. This was the home for a couple days. Yep, so that was the Corvette that we've all seen the video now of the screen with the radio going up and down. On the other side of that was the JVC booth. I spent the first day here, but then I moved over to JVC because Calvin got sick, and they needed. They didn't ask. It just I knew that we needed people over in the JVC side of things, so I just took it upon myself to go over there and draw the crowd in. You know, being the draw that we are. So
yeah.
Anyways,
no. We had a great time. That's Josh right there. You know, with the big smile.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. That was your home.
Jeep. Yep, there was another Jeep.
Yeah.
I just kind of stood there where Marcus was. So this is the back of one of the vehicles that had the Truly subwoofer in it
with Moscone amplifiers.
Moscone,
yeah. So closer.
Was this? Yep. And there was a giant
dude
truck.
That was huge.
That truck was huge.
Like I don't know. That was cool.
That was a lot of chrome.
That was cool.
That is the Gately box. That is the top rack of the 4 10s in the Gately. There's 4 more underneath that.
That was 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, an 8-inch would be nice. Huh? Yeah. There's another one because it was obviously doing stripper pole action. Yeah. That's Fernando walking under that truck.
That was me walking, literally.
You don't know how right you are, Fang. There was a McLaren there and a Lambo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a V12.
Oh. Ooh. And those are them. So we got another picture of these too, but these are the anniversary edition 24 karat gold bedazzled Memphis amplifiers. I want a set of these so bad. Really? I'm buying a set.
And so you know what they should do? They should make this
Yeah.
as a change, so they can.
Chain?
Yeah, you remember that they had the big change, so they can have a small amplifier.
He'd probably hang the whole amplifier there. Chris Bennett.
Chris Bennett.
We got JT.
Connor
McGregor. Yep.
Connor McGregor. You kidding me?
I mean, you know.
Yeah. So you see what JT is holding?
Yeah, he's on the phone.
He's holding the phone, and that was the movie that I was telling you.
Oh, okay.
The blood in, blood out.
Oh, okay.
And then, dude, we had so much fun. You know, people working, you know, videographers.
Golf course. Yeah. Is that Eric?
That's Eric.
Okay. Tony Stark.
Tony Stark is actually, if you didn't know,
Chris Beulah.
It's MECP certified to be able to do all that stuff.
12-volt dashboard.
That was Ada and Jay.
There's Brian, the Brian Mobile. There's Brad talking about the new DSP with Cartel.
Yeah.
There's Fred. Oh, there's Ricardo.
That's Ricardo, Carlos, and Fred. The Power Ranger.
The Power Ranger car. That's Mike's son's car.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Never got a chance to sit in it.
Yeah?
But yeah, but it was definitely cool. We just didn't have time.
Right.
Kind of sucked. Next time. I still haven't heard that. The crowd that was always around his car.
Yeah. And Brian was busy all the time.
Yeah.
Like just doing demos constantly. It was crazy, you know.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's a crew.
That's a crew.
That is a crew. Dave. Oh, you got Ray in the background.
That's what I'm
throwing
saying.
up gang signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ.
Archie.
Yep.
Dave Koss, Ben, and Ray West.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh, yeah, there's me.
That's you.
And there's the sales pro right there, Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly won sales pro. Very nice. Oh, there's Gately and his wife.
They're awesome. The whole crew is
Guarantee
awesome.
he was wearing flip-flops.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even make it over. Oh, it was Ray.
There's Ray.
Yep, Ray's with Brian.
Yeah.
And Brian's other half. That's the MEA table.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So Sophia was just like staring at you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Rosa.
I have
Rosa
I have the big camera,
you.
and I'm like, hey. So they just turn around. She was the only one turn around.
Yeah. There's Ben.
That's Ben.
Woo.
Who?
Woo. Ben
Who?
Woo. Ben Woo.
There you go.
Woo. There's the dogs.
And I think that's it. That's what I have.
Where's the pictures I sent you?
I don't know. Let me see over there. Okay. Oh, that's a bore. That's crazy.
Well, no, you should be able to just open them in the downloads.
Yeah.
Don't.
No.
Just go to your downloads. All right, hang on. Hold on. You're right.
It's loading.
I know, but name. Then should go by.
Hello, Marty.
Why are they like that?
My date. See,
Yeah.
all those are not. I don't know why.
Date added.
Not supported.
Anyway. Yeah, you screwed it up. Good job, man. So sad. Anyways, that was just some of the photos we had. We had some more, but apparently
They didn't.
Fernando screwed it up.
I know.
We had some great pictures, man.
I know.
Hang on. I can do this.
Well,
No, I can just do this right here because I want to show these. All right, so hang on. I'm going to go over here. There we go. All right, so there's my pictures of the Memphis amplifiers. So you got a sub and a 4-channel. And then this, so this was the white box radio that takes the RR. So this is a Toyota. This has their 9-inch screen in it, and it's being controlled by the RR module behind it. And the name of the company is Vinland or Vineland. Either way, this is the company here that Lance is working with. So that ought to be interesting just to see how that goes. They didn't, like I said, they didn't have a Mustang. This is the new Boss Elite. So this is what the new Elite looks like. This is the iData page working. So there's your vehicle information page. You got your engine check, your gear. This is all built by the radio manufacturer. So iData gives you a generic loader page, and then you have to build the graphics for it. So they were just kind of showing off their graph. This is the big sucker too. This is like the big 12-inch floating screen. This thing was huge. This is their new amplifier. So just to give you an idea of what the Elite looks like. And this is our boy Fernando up in his class. He was doing a challenge. So what was going on here?
So they had a it was like a fourth order box with the two 6.5 truly subwoofers. So they cut it up and they have to build it. So whoever built the fastest won. So
didn't win anything.
We didn't win anything, but we won.
Yeah.
So that's Ignacio there.
Yep.
And then me and the other two guys were the first ones, and then TJ and the other guy were there. So
yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, and you guys won.
Yeah, we won.
Very nice. Very nice. Anyways, so there we go. That's a recap there of what happened at Knowledge Fest. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And now we're going to get on to those questions. So, and this has been brought to you by the fine folks. This recap's been brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. Check them out at audiocontrol.com. And that means we are going to move on to the next. Oh, there's the epic. I don't want that. There we go. I want to move over here to this. Okay, so this next section is brought to you by the fine folks at arcaudio.com. That's right. They're all fine folks. Let's start looking for some questions. Stop playing around. We got work to do, man. Pal.
What?
Come on. While we were there, one of the things we did get to pick up is this box right here. Ooh, I know what you're saying. Ooh, goodies. So in this box that somebody put together poorly, somebody opened it yesterday and didn't put it back together perfectly flat. So anyways, what we have is the new PS12 Pro DSP. That's right. This is the new 8-in, 12-out Arc Audio DSP. Ooh, how cool is that? One of the things that is brand new on this that we're super excited about is this guy right here. It now has a USB-C input for programming. It's so awesome. I know it's the little things in life, my friends, and this little thing here is going to be a big deal because it's a double bonded, heavy duty USB-C mounted directly on here. Now it doesn't matter. You can put it in either way. This thing is going to be fantastic. But yes, this is it. This is the new one. So it's not available yet, but we just want you to know. So if you've been waiting, you need that 8 to 12. We now have the Arc Audio 8 to 12. AutoSense, wow. It has an optical in. There's a bunch of stuff on here that I'm not even familiar with yet because I didn't get the message as far as how to do it. You can use the LR1, which is cool. 12 volts, ground, remote out, remote in, preset 1, preset 2. Huh. That's cool. I don't know what that's for. We'll have to find out. But for right now, check it out. I'm just going to set this over here out of the way. But you can find out more or stay tuned at arcaudio.com. Hello from Vegas. Just got a 2017 Explorer with an 8-inch screen, 8 speakers, non-Sony, looking to add an epicenter, sub, and sub-amp. Do I need a key lock? Any recommendations, warnings, or anything just good to know, like routing 0 gauge? you remember? Do you remember what side of the car he went down in that one? In the Explorer?
Driver's side.
He went down the driver's side. So driver's side, and we've done a zero gauge in it, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's not made out of aluminum, so you just need a power wire. As far as a key lock, I would recommend a key lock for sure. I'd probably go key lock into like a Champion Series Epicenter for sure. I don't need an Epicenter Micro unless you just want the one knob. Like if you want one knob, then the Epicenter Micro would be the way to go. Otherwise, you could do 2 knobs, subwoofer level, and effect. So you'd have the 2 knob option. So I would go out of the key lock into the Epicenter, out of the Epicenter into whatever amplifier you're looking to do. And that's good. Tap the driver's or passenger front doors. Get your signal from there. Yeah, be all set. Nothing too exciting. If it's a non-amplified, all the speakers are in the door. So, yeah, you're going to have to go either behind the radio or at the kick. Honestly, it's going to be a tough one. It might be easier. If you can find a nice video on how to get the radio out, it might be easier to go behind the radio than trying to find that speaker in the kick. But, yeah, no, that's it. 9 speakers. So there probably should be some kind of an amp, though. You might need to go there. Yo. So even if it has a sub, though, go to the driver's front door speaker. So I talked with you guys before about Amp Pro 2017 Yukon with Bose. So would I feed it to an amp with DSP or a DSP then multiple amps? Eventually would like 2 amplified door speakers and get sub amp. That's really just going to come down to system design. Okay, so when it comes to, obviously we talked about an Amp Pro, so that's going to give us our preamp. Depending on how big you want to go, obviously something with a DSP built into it, whether it be like a Blackbird, a Moscone, a Audio Control, a Helix, Audison, or any other pick brand, Museway. There is something to be said for a standalone DSP like we just showed you, depending on how many amplifiers you're going to do or the type of amplifiers you're looking for. Standalone DSP might just be easier. However, I like to just do an amplifier DSP all built into one because there isn't tons of room, especially in a 17 Yukon. Even though it's a huge vehicle, there's very little room. So tucking all of these things in is sometimes hard to do. Something like a Blackbird or anybody's 8 to 12 or 8 to 10 will allow you to do one amplifier for the highs and a second amplifier for the subs. It just depends on how many channels you need. So system design is where this really comes into play, and making sure that you have the appropriate configuration and how many speakers you want. And Brad says that the PS12 will start shipping on Monday.
Wow.
Cool.
That is so cool.
There you go. Cuddy, they won't be available until April, May. So you can't even order them yet. We can't order them yet, so you can't order them. But yeah. What's up, guys? From Snowblown in Idaho. Ooh. I have a 2018 Audi Q7. I'm having a difficult time, no kidding, finding a wiring solution for an amp and speakers. Any idea where I can look for a resolution? Not really. Audis, those are one of the, there's not a lot on them, man. There just isn't. I was looking up before the show because somebody had like an S3. They have nothing for that car anywhere. Yeah. So what you may want to look into, there's 2 places you can go. One is go to the Helix website. So Helix Car Stereo. Helix does offer some harnesses. They're German. And so they have a lot of German car harnesses that sometimes you can get for those cars that they do import here into the U.S. Just nobody ever talks about. So I would definitely check out Helix Car Audio as well as Audison Car Audio. If anybody's going to have those things, it's going to be one of those 2 companies. And if they don't, yeah, pretty much out of luck. And then Marty's talking about interfacing. I don't, there again, Mobridge, a lot of BMWs. I don't know if they have Audi, but you can try it. mobridgecaraudio.com too. For sure. Give it a shot. What's up, Marty? I enjoyed your last podcast with Brian. Do tuners have a competition tune geared to the demo song and then different tunes for everyday use, or should that competition tune sound good with any song? That's a good question. I think what we found is that a lot of these guys have like tunes for different things, and they're constantly tweaking the systems. I don't know though. I mean, it's like I've heard some of these cars, obviously, and I'm not driving around listening to it like that. But that's just me. That's a tough one. I'll bring that one to Brian and see what he thinks. Because I feel like he tunes it for more of the environment, meaning who's going to be listening.
Well, I feel as soon as you go to a competition, you definitely have to tune it for that specific scenario that you compete in, right? And after that, then you can.
Well, I can tell you, according to Brian, it takes about a year in order to get your tune figured out. For competing, yeah, you need about a year.
Wow.
Yeah, you need about a year.
I'm sure.
A year's worth of competing in order to finally get everything figured out. Because you're going to go and a judge is going to tell you something.
Yeah.
And you got like 6 judges that might tell you six different things.
So on Knowledge Fest, we're talking and one guy comes in and he's like, man, I watch you guys show. Thank you so much. You guys helped me out with some of the DSP things. He's like, I'm going to compete. Like, I'm definitely going to compete. And I just want to know, like, what is the secret or things like that. And I'm like, that guy right there?
Yeah, go talk to him.
Go talk to him. He will give you all the tips.
Yeah. But no, he takes about a year's worth of competition.
Wow.
In order to, and then the Audi R8 had
a data link.
It is available. Yeah, but it's only for the R8. So, I mean, and that was a weird story, but yeah, they made it, and then you can get it. And
Dean,
yes,
what was the last car with a radio delete you put a radio? What? Radio delete?
The car that shipped without a radio? I have no idea.
No, you don't
remember? I don't remember last week. Phoenix Gold doing amp integration kits for Audi. Yeah, but you can't get those here in the U.S. So you can't get any Phoenix Gold, anything here in the U.S.
All right.
That's just Europe, man. You'd have to find somebody that would export.
Hey, I didn't have the time to look, but did Kenwood do new solutions for F250 replacing factory radio? And if you so, lost functions?
So iData just came out with their 2 new kits, which depending on which F250 you have, yeah. So as far as functionality that you're going to lose, depends on which there's nothing published yet. So like somebody was asking me about some 2 weird obscure features, and I was like, I have no idea. I've never even heard of those features. But the idea is with iData, you're not supposed to lose anything.
Right.
That's not to say you don't, because in some cases things can't be retained, but for the most part, no, you don't really lose anything. Now, if you have the F250 that has the ugly little 3-inch or 4-inch radio in the center, they have a dash kit for that. If you have one that has an 8-inch screen in the dash, they have a dash kit for that. Those will be able in April or March. Hey, guys, question. If y'all are willing to answer, I have a 2011 Tahoe with Bose. Was thinking of going with a Kenwood 958 versus any of the other Kenwood floating screens. Should I wait for any of the new ones? So if a 958 will fit in your car, there is no replacement for a 958. Okay, so there is no. Oh my God. As far as whether you want to wait for a 1058 as opposed for the 1057, that's a personal thing. Like the 1057, 1058 has a different operating system than a 958. It has more functionality. When you're looking at a 957 versus a 958, the form factor is totally different because the screen is more or less the same, but the form factor is different. You're going from a double DIN to a single DIN. You're going to a little bit easier mount. Obviously, it's going to tuck in a little better than the previous one does. And it adds toss link in the pitch and roll if you do iData, only if you do iData. Those things are added into it. Outside of that, functionality is the same. It has some new clocks. The new one does have new clocks. It has 8 new clocks. Ooh. They're really excited. Well, Marcus was really excited about that. So there again, I can't tell you how to wait or not. That's entirely up to you. But 958 didn't change.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, guys from West Coast. Can you run a large watt mono block amplifier, say 5,000 watts RMS, to a loaded enclosure rated at 1,500 RMS if you keep the gains and volume down? Thank you for any help. Okay, so this is, I'm assuming, a hypothetical thing. And in a hypothetical world, let's say you have a radio that has a 5-volt output, okay? And you have a 5,000 watt amplifier. Depending on how its gain structure is set up, meaning what is it? So is it standard gain structure where you can go from like a 0.5 volt all the way up to, let's say, 4 volts or 5 volts or 6 volts? Just depends. So that's going to depend. Now, if the gain structure on this 5,000 watt amplifier is only up to 5 volts, meaning it's from 0.5 volt to 5 volts, that would mean that the gain is going to be all the way down with a 5-volt head unit, because you're already putting as much voltage at max power out of the radio into the amplifier. So you really have no gain structure at that point, because you've got it turned. The sensitivity is already down as low as it can be to match the maximum output voltage of the radio. So at low volumes, you're going to get, an appropriate gain structure, meaning it's going to put out what it's designed to put out, because you really can't turn it down anymore. Now, if you're going to be running it at, this is where you can make the change. If it's a 5,000 watt amp at, let's say, 1 ohm, that means at 2,000, it's probably a 4,000. And at 4 ohms, let's say it's less and less and less and less. The trick would be, at that point, go with a different ohm load that gets less power out of the amplifier, okay? That would be the smart move, because the input sensitivity really doesn't change. It's not a volume control. It's just to match the output voltage. And if you've already got a radio that has a ton of output voltage and an input sensitivity that can't do anything with it, you can't turn it down anymore, then you're screwed there. So at that point, it would make more sense just to change the ohm load, which would then reduce the amount of power coming out of the amplifier. I think that's way too much of an extreme. Let's say 1,500 watts with a 5,000 watt amp. I think that's just too much. Now, if you had a different controller between the amplifier and the radio, then you could adjust volume there. So like if you put a different controller that would allow you to turn down even more, if you put in a DSP, passive or electronic crossovers or something like that, which will allow you to cut the voltage even more down lower, then yeah, you could do it. I just don't know why you would. It doesn't make any sense. So,
all right, I wanna know this one.
We need an arc dial with helix, Moscone, Autosync. I don't know what that means.
The conductor or the gladiator that they have.
Yeah, everybody has one. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what he said. He needs one from Arc Audio, like that.
It's on the list. I mean, it's on the list. Programmable dial. Yeah.
Programmable dial.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got one except for Arc. I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I don't like them. I don't like anybody's.
Why?
I just don't like them. I think they're ugly. I think they're all ugly. That's why we don't use them, because it's this giant thing that it's like, why do I need this?
To change presets and do stuff.
Nobody uses them to change presets.
Everybody.
They use them as subwoofer level controls. They're literally
subwoofer.
Well, we have a subwoofer level control. We have an LR1. that will control the subwoofer level. There we go. Done.
Yeah.
I'm liking a lot about the Stinger Horizon 10 to 12, 10 or 12. I like the DSP control built in for the audio control amps. Could I hook 2 D-series amplifiers up and run both? No, you can't. You can do one or the other. You can do one. It's no. See, this is what happens. We give you an inch, and you go crazy.
Also, can I hook up Toslink and RCA in one RCA? It's one of the other.
No, you can do both. Yeah, you can do both.
RCA and Toslink?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, it's just all has to do with your input outputs. I mean, yeah.
So if you select Toslink, you have to go back and select RCA?
That's not, it's an audio control. So Toslink comes in over 5 and 6. So if you wanted to do, if you wanted to do Toslink into the amplifier for, let's say, all your highs, and then you wanted to have subwoofer level control
for the sub,
you could still do that. Yeah, you can still do that. But no, you can only run one. There again. This was not made. This is made to be cool. It's not made to sit in your car and tune your system. Okay, you still really want to do that externally with a laptop. This is kind of gimmicky. Let's just call it what it is. But no, you can only do one. It's not, because you have to be able to, like, even on a laptop, you'd have to. You can't tune 2 DSPs at the same time using the same piece of software. It can't toggle between one amp and the other. You literally have to log out of one.
Or use 2 laptops.
So it's not made to.
Probably the easy way is to use 2 laptops.
Yeah, well, sure.
Because you can have.
Yeah, it'd totally be. I was just curious on your opinion on a subwoofer for deep, low bass versus just loud and preferred size. Maybe a brand or two. So subwoofers are a funny one because everyone has their own, like, I don't like to push the issue on a subwoofer. Somebody comes in and they want a recommendation, depending on the system we're building, I'll recommend a subwoofer that'll deliver the amount of bass that they're looking for. Outside of that, I really don't get into subwoofers. Like, it's because it's such a like heated, oh my God, JL, or oh my God, Sundown, or oh my God, you need this stereo, this, or
subwoofer that,
or auto mod, or whatever the hell it is. There's a ton of subwoofers out there that are fantastic. Okay, pick one. I don't have a favorite brand. I mean, I like to use Rockford P3s in a lot of our installations just because I know what they do. I know what I can get out of them. I know what they're going to deliver. I know what boxes they fit in. And I know I can make them sound great. That's not necessarily what you need, though. But that's why we sell a ton of those, because I know the result. And that's the important thing. Not like whether you're going to wear Nike shoes or not. I don't care about that. But a lot of people, subwoofers are like that. So is that your Jordan? Is that your Jordan, bro? That's your Jordan. I don't care. I just want you to have bass, So if somebody comes in like, I gotta have this, it's like, okay, cool. I don't care. If that's what you want, then that's what we'll put in there. So,
yeah, okay,
yeah, it's all good.
All right.
Hey, Dean and F, at what point do you say enough when sound dampening doors? Doing mine now. What a pain in the butt. We'll just summarize. Just when you think you're good to go, another frequency starts trouble. So when you're doing it on your own is way different than when you're paying us to do it. Okay, that's the easiest way to think about it, because in ours it's factored into your budget. Like here's the amount of money you have set aside for sound treatment. All right, and that's a certain amount of time. It's a certain amount of product, and we put that in, and we put it in, and where we feel it's going to do the most good with what we have. Meaning we put a lot of this stuff in. We kind of have an idea of what buzzes, what makes noise, and Fernando attacks those spots. Okay. For a consumer such as yourself, or a hobbyist, or whatever you want to be, that's doing it, well, that's when it sucks, right? Or if you're a shop, doesn't matter. It's like, okay, what did you promise? is what we ask, and this is what we deliver. But when you're on your own, it's, oh man, you're gonna go down a rabbit hole, bro. You're just gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going, and you're gonna go some more. And at some point, you have to just be like, what the hell? What's left? I personally, if I'm doing my own vehicle, if I can add a little bit more and get rid of something, I'll do it. But I'm also not going to get caught up in the minutia of this is the only thing I have to do. It's a car. It's going to rattle. It's going to creak. There's going to be noises. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Now if you're competing and you have to have it to where it's the most quiet thing and there's no anywhere, well, that's fine. Go for it. But outside of that, there's going to be noise. It's unavoidable. It's just how bad is it? I mean, and there again, if you could, I look at it as how much time. If I can spend 10 more minutes on something and make it sound significantly better, we'll do it. But I'm not going to spend 2 days chasing a rattle. That's just, I ain't got that kind of time. So, how can I get dimensions of the new 8-inch Kenwood units? Their site just says coming soon. Exactly.
They just coming soon. It's no information available. They just release it.
Yeah.
They say this is what's coming out, but wait.
Yeah. So keep in mind that though you will be able to buy and use them as a standalone piece, that's not its intended purpose. Okay. So the intended purpose of the 8-inch is to go into the S8 Apex kits. There is no power harness in the box. Okay. Because it is solely going to be sold as an Apex piece. Mm-hmm. So they don't see it going in anything other than an Apex dash kit. Therefore, you have to buy a Ken 1 when you purchase it. Yeah, because you're going to use an RR. Which we told them, there are going to be some people that are going to want to buy it. They're going to put them in classic cars or in custom center consoles or all these other fun things.
Yeah.
You just got to remember that you're going to have to buy a power harness, the Ken 1, in order to install one of these.
So don't be surprised. They're like,
There is no harness in the box. No. There is going to be, which nobody has talked about, because you got to remember, it's an 8-inch screen. There are no buttons anywhere on the screen. They don't exist.
Where's my volume?
Okay, exactly. There's a remote control that's going to be in the box. Okay, and that remote control is going to be what's going to use those things in that standalone application. There's also a drop-down menu that you can tab on. There again, didn't work at times, so we didn't talk about it. But there will be a drop-down menu that will drop down some functionality that you can then control your volume and stuff. But there will be no dedicated volume control button on the screen anywhere that you can easily access. That's something no one has thought about yet.
Dude, that's crazy.
I know. I just no one has mentioned it. I haven't said anything because people just assume there's going to be some form of volume control. It's no, why would there be? It's made to work off the factory volume knob.
Yeah.
Or a steering wheel control.
Oh, give me the JVC.
The JVC would still do that.
What is it called?
I don't know. Control?
No.
Right. You can still do that in the corner of the JVC. There's your volume control for that.
Yeah, in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You still have your touch control for that on the JVC.
Yeah.
But if you want to toss link on a Kenwood, you're going to have to.
What is the marble guy that does this?
Oh, Doctor Strange.
There you go. Give me my Doctor Strange volume.
Yeah. I am not familiar with the Excelsius or I have no idea. I've seen it. I don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. Before we get too deep, by the way, this portion is brought to you by the fine folks at Moscone-America.com. Picos. It's all about Picos. This summer, or this first quarter, is going to be full Picos with the new 4-10 that's coming out, the 6-8, as well as the 8-10, and the new 1001. Mm-hmm. The miniature amps are all the rage. You need something that has high level as well as low level SB compatibility and a compact size with tons of performance, staggered power. I mean, they got you covered, and they're going to do it for you. So head over to Moscone-America.com and check out some of the new Pico amplifiers and see if they will fit one of your needs.
They're definitely going to fit.
because they all have DSP built into them, just in case you're
That'd be
wondering.
so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can flip the tops. It's all magnetic. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I know. It's so much fun.
I know.
Thank you, Fang. Doctor Strange volume. Okay, so Stinger. Let me pull this up. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hit this.
I look up to see if Morel had a Bluetooth speakers, and they do.
Yeah.
Have you heard them?
Yes. Okay. So to save you some trouble, they're called Hagtalars, and yes, we have videos on both of them. The Biggie is the new one, is a portable Bluetooth speaker, which we do have a full unbox review. We show you every inch of that thing on the YouTube channel. Just look for Morel Hagtalar Biggie. We have a red one sitting right over here, out of frame. It's fantastic.
It is
I'll even
fantastic.
get up and get it. 'Cause why would I not? This is it right here. How cool. Look at that. Yeah. You can pair two of them so you can have a left and right if you like. There's your amplifier on the back. The Hagtalar Biggie. Comes with many different colors. Actually, what comes in like 10 different colors, 9 different colors.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
It sounds really cool. So yes, they are awesome.
And as far as the other ones go, the ones that stay in the house, the original Hagtalars that are the 12 by 12 cubes to go into the IKEA things, we both have those at home. I have one in the office that Sue listens to every day.
Very good.
I know, it's fantastic. Oh, sorry, Axeman. It's a lost hope, man. You know, I'm just gonna say it any way I want. But thank you. I know you are not a fan of center channels, but what DSP or DSP plus amp does center channel upmixing well? Thank you. The thing is okay, I have nothing against center channel. Most of the high-end DSPs have some form of center channel upmixing. Usually it's not great. Moscone has it in theirs. We've talked about the ARC upmixer many times. They have it in there. Audison has an upmixer in theirs, as well as Helix also has an upmixer. So the 4 big ones all have upmixers built into them with varying...
their own style.
Yeah, you know. So are they all, any of them really spectacular? They all do it. Do, you know, as far as doing it well, it's a debate. The reason why we don't do a lot of center channels comes down to more budget, okay? Because most of the time we can get a really nice tune out of a car for the driver to be really happy, okay? And it sounds like they have a center channel, it's time alignment, all that fun stuff. As soon as you add in, let's say, a center channel, that power has to come from somewhere, okay? So where does it come from? All right, well, if I sell you an 8 to 12, I'm going to use one of the channels to power the center channel, possibly 2 of the channels, depending on what kind of center channel we put in. Then I have to sell you the center channel speaker. So depending on what we're designing, this adds a lot to the budget, just like rear speakers can add a lot to the budget. So, you know, this stuff isn't getting any cheaper at all. It's not. It's getting more expensive. And it's going to get even more expensive as the year wanders on and tariffs start to kick in. Even more tariffs. Yay. So it's really what it comes down to is not the fact of whether we like center channels or not. It's the fact that your budget 9 times out of 10 won't allow us to add it in. Okay. That's it. That's really what it comes down to is budget. Because let's say we're already at $5,500 on a system. Okay. And that's just like a really nice set of 3-ways, possibly a sub. All right. Off of a DSP amplifier, some form of integration going on. It's real easy to get up there with custom brackets and sound treatment, and all the power wires got awful expensive now. So like it snowballs really fast. And then you want to add rear speakers. All right, well, if we don't have a provision, so now if you look at it and go, here's 8 channels now, okay? So now I need a sub amp and I need rear speakers. So there's thousands of dollars right there. And then I want to add a center channel. All right, I need another amplifier, I need another speaker. I could do a small mono amplifier or a small 2-channel amplifier that I can tuck away somewhere. I'm still looking at hundreds of dollars there. I mean, a center channel, realistically, if you need an amplifier and a speaker plus installation, that could be $1,200, like that fast. So It's not that we don't like them. It's just usually not in the budget because people aren't expecting to spend that. Dolby has tried to upmix 2-channel audio for 40 years and it still sucks.
There you go. See?
And that's the guy whose name is hidden inside of here somewhere. I keep turning it upside down. I need like a red sticker that's just like this side is up. So I can remember because this is upside down.
It's upside down.
But this is right side up.
Oh, maybe because there's the pros have it. They just
no. I just need it.
We can just flip this. Done.
Or I just remember that the 8 here is up. Either way, my point is that
you make it so complicated.
Yeah, I know. So that's why it's got nothing to do with me hating center channels. It's me hating the fact you guys' budgets aren't big enough for what I want to do. Yeah, $30,000 for everybody.
For the tank one,
I want to add marine speakers to 2 IB woofers in a toolbox in 8.7 cubic foot airspace. Is that considered IB space for those nights?
Chileno wants to join the party.
I mean, yeah, marine.
Yeah.
Sorry. The reality is more than likely though that toolbox is going to rattle something fierce because the air has to get out of there somewhere. Okay. When you're looking at a boat and you do an IB woofer, and honestly, I think you'd be better off skipping out on the woofer side of things, or
just put speakers.
Just put loud, just put some tubbies or something like that. If you really want to make a toolbox bang, then screw cutting 2 woofers into it. Cut the bottom of the toolbox out.
That's what I'm looking at your box, and I'm like, dude.
Cut this is the truck box, though. Cut the bottom of the toolbox out of the truck box. Load an actual enclosure into that box. Have the woofers downfired into the bed. That's the only way to make that sound amazing, okay? Because you need to load them off of something. If you can load those into the bed of the truck, that's going to sound pretty cool. Outside of that, just 2 subwoofers firing back. It's going to suck. It's going to suck a lot. And it's going to rattle like amazing amounts of rattle. Because most of those are made out of some kind of metal. And they suck for that. But put them in a box. Put them inside. Rhino line the box. Or buy a Rhino line box. It'll be good. I have an aftermarket stereo with a Moscone Aero DSP 8-12 with 2 Moscone Pro 530s as setting gains of the amp active DSP or active off. So one of the things, what he's talking about is on the Moscone Pros, they have a function that allows you to streamline the installation process a little bit easier. And
that's the button right there.
Yeah, right.
DSP?
Yeah, right here it says DSP Direct.
There you go.
The idea behind this is that it knows it's now getting hooked up to a DSP. Aerospace DSP, and it saves you the hassle of having to go through and voltage match all that nonsense. I like using this. Like, we always use it.
That's cool.
So maybe it's the easy button. I don't know.
It's the magic button.
Listen, I know those guys. I know Frank, and Frank knows the engineers because he is one. And if they decided to put this magic button on there to make your life easy, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. All right. So this is a kind of like a in between questions. Like,
why bother with the center channel if time alignment is done properly? So here's the argument for a center channel.
Yeah.
2C tune. Okay. 2C tune. That's it. It's the only argument worth having about a center channel is if you're trying to make it kind of enjoyable for both people in the driver's and passenger seat, having a grounded center channel so that when I'm sitting here and he's sitting there, he can look this way and I can look that way and be like, this is stupid, is really kind of would be the argument for a passenger. I've heard people that compete say it helps to reinforce, I love the word they use, it helps to reinforce that time alignment. In some cases it does. Okay.
You should talk to Brian about that. Like
He doesn't
like
care.
make no like make.
You can see he doesn't have one in his car.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Like he's not going to
Make one podcast like that.
talking about Center Channel.
Yeah, like okay,
Okay,
so
yeah.
talk about Center Channel, necessary or not.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, no, I don't have it.
But that's just it. I mean, it's you're right. I mean, it's. Listen, if somebody's got the budget and they want one, they're getting one. I wish that amplifiers were built with that in mind. I've said this a million times. I want an amplifier that has a center channel output because all these cars have them, and I hate not being able to sell it. But it's hard to sell right now because it's an add-on. It's not they're not thinking about doing it. So we got to add it through. Now, as amplifiers get bigger, and I don't mean more powerful because 200 watt 8-channel amplifier 8x200 is cool. But I would rather have a 1600 watt channel. 16 times 100 would be way cooler than 200 times 8. Okay. As that starts to become more of a thing, these questions aren't even going to be realistic. Like, we don't even have to worry at that point. You want a center channel? You can have center channel. You can have overhead speakers. You can have under seat speakers. You can have tweeters in your headlights. I don't really care. I got enough channels to do whatever the hell I want.
I want a 24 channel.
Yeah. So once we have more channels, then we don't have to have this conversation because we can just power them right away. It's like, hey, you got 16 channels of power. What do you want to do? Okay. Want to bridge some channels? Sure.
Yeah,
let's bridge some channels.
Totally. Oh, yes.
But you want a tweeter in the mid in the center. You want a tweeter in the mid in the corner. You want some rears. You want whatever you want to do.
500 watts on my tweeters.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. But that's where we're at. We're still trying to. We're still, believe it or not, we're still in the beginning of this. Okay, because these companies are just finally starting to come out with. I mean, look. How many years has Kicker been in business? How many years? We just finally got like the 13.7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7-channel amplifier, and it's still not designed to run a center channel. I mean, they're like, oh, you could. Not really. I mean, it's no, because like, all right, whatever. 9-channel version of the amplifier. Ooh, and that
9-channel?
9-channel.
Yeah, but like, what about my subs?
Well, you still have 9 channels.
Okay, what happens if you have a 3-way rears?
Like I said, it's
like
we need a lot more.
6, 7, 8, 9. I need 10. Yeah, that's 12. I don't need nothing else.
No, this is for Ada. We have plenty of processing power. We got an 8 to 12 right here.
Right, exactly.
So we're good. No.
Now it needs to be an amplified that size.
15 watts.
150 per channel.
Oh God. Okay. Dang. Just sure. Go with that, Fernando. Man, this guy's over here asking for the world.
I mean, why not?
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Let's end it right here. Let's see what he's got to say. Rockford 5-channel or a 4-channel and a mono. For tweeters, front door, rear doors, and rear deck with 10-inch. Okay, so hold on. Tweeters, front doors, rear doors. That's 6 channels right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not 4. That's 6.
And rear
deck. That's 8. Okay, so are you going to get a 5-channel and a 4-channel? Because that's actually what it sounds like you need.
Yeah.
You need a 5-channel and a 4-channel. Unless you're going to run passives.
It's still.
Well, no, if you go passive. So if you go passive tweeter and front door, then.
So that's 1 channel.
That's the one. So here's the thing. This is the problem, right? Not, don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying, but people.
It's a good example, right?
This is a good example. It's like, okay, you want to power all these speakers and you want it to sound good. You got to have channels. That's why we need bigger, more multi-channel amplifiers in order to do this. That's why Kicker came out with a 7-channel.
Yeah.
So that you can run your sub, you can run your tweeters, you can run your mid, you can run some rears, and you could actively cross it all over. That's why a Blackbird or the 8 to 10 or the 830 or all these things exist so that you can do this. So you can run all these speakers that you're wanting to run like the factory has holes for. So That's the trouble. That's what we're looking for. That's why this is all still young. But in all of this, you're going to need tools. So make sure to head over to D&F Tool Drawer where you can find the IRTA2 as well as our new keychain. If you haven't ordered it yet, they're still available.
That's right.
$10 shipped. You can pick up the cool. On to the next one, as well as D-Wire ruler. That's right. These guys are here ready for you. $10 shipped to your house as soon as you order it. And of course, pick up your IRTA too. Any order of IRTA, you get the keychain. We throw them in the box.
There you go.
So $10 value for free.
Oh my God.
Head over to DNF Tool Drawer where you can find all the other things that we do too. So if you're looking for some acrylic or you're looking for some tools or you're just like, how do you guys do that? What tool is that? They're all there. They're all there. And I know I need to update it, but I need a lot of things. But I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We're back. It's going to be normal for at least another couple weeks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Then we'll be in Dallas and I'll be in Disney. There's a Disney trip coming up here, I think.
Yay.
Oh, that might be next weekend. What is today?
Today is the 8th.
Today's the 8th. All right. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks
from
is
now?
Disney. Yeah. 2 weeks from now is Disney. So we're good.
Okay. I mean, you have a calendar.
I got a calendar right there. That's the one I use. If it ain't there, I don't know. I don't write anything on my phone. It doesn't do me any good. Like to thank Audio Control, Arc Audio, as well as Moscone, Gladen, and Focal for being a proud sponsor of the show and making this possible for you guys to do. That's it. We hope you guys have a good, fun, safe weekend. We'll be back here Monday with some new fun and excitement stuff to talk about, as always. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it to Knowledge Fest, hope you had a wonderful time. Hope you got back safe. Valentine's Day is next week.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Make sure you buy a IRTA or a keychain for your girlfriend.
Ask your girlfriend to get you an IRTA.
No. Buy her an IRTA. And then you're like, dude, I order something for you. I don't know what happened. I will keep it. They
are red. They are red. So it's like roses, and red is the color of love.
She's like, dude, I don't know what's going on,
Green is the color of cool.
So
but that's it. Hope you guys have fun. We will see you guys Monday. Dinner plans? You have dinner plans?
Yes, of course.
Yeah? What? No, you have no idea.
Depends what he wants to do.
Yeah. No, it's Saturday night. Friday night's family night. Saturday night is whatever. What?
The Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl
on
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
So Patrick Mahomes is going to win?
I don't care.
Sue
tells me last night, she goes, I don't care at all about the Super Bowl this year. Like, there's the halftime show is gonna suck. The game is gonna suck. Kendrick
Lamar, man.
Yeah, she's like, this is trash. I was like, wow.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go for the Chiefs. Go Hawks, of course. But hey,
I don't care who wins.
Oh, a lot of Eagle fans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, a bunch of Swifties, bro.
Yeah, no. It's okay. Unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes is gonna
they're just hating on the Swift.
Take it.
They're just hating on the Swift. It's just what it is. It's okay. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope your team wins. Go Sports. Talk to you guys later. Bye.